EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the beachside town of Hilton Head and Harbor Town Golf Links, it's final round coverage of the RBC Heritage. And this, one of the sterner tests a golfer's going to encounter, 18 holes to decide a championship. The A+ game has to be there to make this work, as we look at the early leaderboard. Out front, it's Max Homa. He's off to a good start at 6 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to cobble together a solid round here on this fine Sunday. Well, I don't think that's how you envision things starting. A wayward first tee shot, but he's going to get away with it as that ricochets back into the fairway. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par. And he'll stay at even par. On now to the second hole, the first of 3 par 5s here at Harbor Town. At a mere 502 yards, it is also the shortest of these par 5s. Any misses right or left of the fairway could block you out from going for the green in 2. But a drive of the short grass could open up one of the best scoring opportunities on the course. Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives.
Two solid shots, gets close to this par 5 green in 2. I know the ball's in the rough, but it's not too bad. With a good short game, perhaps birdie.
A great opportunity here for birdie. Okay, no problems there. Finishing off a birdie at number 2 will certainly help the cause. This third hole at 469 yards is pure Harbor Town. It's narrow. The emphasis here is on hitting your tee shot in play, and a par is a good score, I promise you. That is poetry in motion right there. What a golf swing and a big drive as well. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay the third.
150 yards to the hole, coming off a birdie at the previous hole, looking to go back to back.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by a quarter of an inch, you lose 10%? That's right, 10%.
Tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. That one finished off. It's in for par, and he'll remain at 1 under par. This is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it? Risk and reward, 200-yard par 3 fourth. Obviously, you need to carry that water hazard running the entire length of this hole. You're going to miss. You miss right. You don't want to miss it short or long, that's for sure. And that's where the Gators are waiting for some golf balls. Okay, that one's dancing. So now this, right around 25 feet for birdie. Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Now to the second of the par 5s, the 549-yard fifth. It's a dogleg left off the tee with bunkers on either side of the fairway, but a good drive up near or beyond that cart path should leave you with a good look into a green that slopes off to the right. That is so well done, just generating so much torque through the swing, high launch angle. That was just about perfect. Good shot right there that just hangs on that back portion of the green. On board into par 5, still a good chance to get out of here with a birdie. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Nicely played. It's a birdie at the 5th. He will definitely not say no to that. Onward now to the 419-yard par 4-6. Dog leg right. Best to aim the tee shot to the left of the fairway bunker on the right. Land there, and the green is very accessible, and a birdie might be in the offing. Okay, that's going to be safely in the fairway, and that's where you need to play from if you're going to make a final round surge. Okay, not too bad there.
This from about 10 feet.
Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. Will certainly help the cause. On to the 7th at 195 yards. This one of the tougher par 3s on the course. The water shouldn't be a big issue. More pressing, those two giant trees that serve like sentries at the front of the green. Any ball that gets hung up in there could very likely come down in that bunker that encircles about 90% of the green. Got it there, but not quite on target. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll remain right where he is. On to the number 1 handicap hole here at Harbour Town, and fittingly the one considered the most difficult, the par 4 8th at 473 yards. Overzealous golfers could run out of fairway when using the driver, but the approach to a narrow green with a long bunker left and water makes the second shot one of the most harrowing on the course. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
Sizable putt from 16 feet.
Oh, that'll bring a wry smile. A very good putt there to save his par. And he'll stay right where he is. We wrap up the front 9 here at Harbour Town with the 332-yard par 4 9. What this hole lacks in distance, it makes up for by forcing golfers to be strategic off the tee. A large bunker prevents tee shots from running on, so best to lay up short and take a wedge into this boomerang-shaped green.
I guess it got the 90% air, but that ball actually went through that tree.
Ideal spot just on the apron here for his second. Oh man, absolutely can do no wrong. Dialed in, and that is an eagle, and this is a spectacular round of golf. We head back out from the clubhouse to start the backside, beginning here with a 451-yard par 4 10th. Anything left could very well wind up in that lagoon, but anything on the fairway could lead to an under par start to this second 9. And that's what we'll need to see on these final 9 holes if they're going to get back into it. That's in the fairway at 10. Well, not as close to the pin as you'd like, but when you find greens in regulation on a regular basis, you're going to have a chance. Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain right where he is. The 11th hole now at 436 yards. One thing you'll notice about this fairway, the further up you get, the narrower it becomes. So some would say 3-wood. Not the worst of ideas here. And that ball absolutely walloped. That is a big drive there. From the fairway nota, this is second.
Left himself with 155, swinging it great today. Would not surprise me if he stuck it close.
Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection, poor execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone. Oh, would you expect anything less with the way things are going? Everything is dropping right now, even balls from off the green. The 12th hole at 430 yards is one of the rare dogleg rights on this course. If you can steer your ball into the fairway off the tee, you'll be left with a very manageable approach to a green flanked by bunkers both left and right. And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
No, it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
This is a 13-footer. The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he has taken the lead here with 6 holes to play. So many visually arresting holes here at Harbortown. This might be the best of the bunch. The 373-yard par 4 13th. Architect Pete Dye created some of the best work that golf has ever seen. but credit the design on this hole, as well as the 17th at TPC Sawgrass, to his wife, Alice, who drew up this design, how's this, on a napkin. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Yeah, that'll do just fine. Had a pretty good run at that, and par should be pretty well within reach. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And the lead will remain 1. On to the 14th now. This one almost a mirror image of number 4. It's a par 3 at 192 yards. At 4, the danger was water left. Here, it's on the right with a generous bailout area left of the green. And this is going to roll off the back of the green, but it's going to end up in a good spot. He's been good all day around the greens. This is second. Well, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
That's in for par, and he'll remain 7 under for his round. The sole par 5 on Harbour Town's back 9 is this one, the 15th at 588 yards. Most of the problems here come on that second shot, which requires you either to play a big right to left or to cut the angle, hit it over the trees, and hope you've got it online. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
And that one finished off. It's a birdie here at 15. And stop the press as if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. The final 3-hole stretch begins here at the 434-yard par 4 16th. It's a dogleg left with an expanse of sand running along much of the entire left side of the hole. Harbour Town not known as a bomber's paradise, so a smart play there, going with the iron off the tee. Second shot upcoming with that pin tucked in the front left. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and the lead will remain 2 with 2 to play. 2 holes remain as we come to the par 3 17th at 174 yards. You'll want to aim right of that one lone tree in the distance, almost like what you see on the South Carolina state flag. And be sure to steer clear of the bunkers here, because making par from there, not a sure thing. Okay, safely aboard. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Steven.
Yeah, this is very makeable, Rich. Not a lot of break, not a lot of slope. Definitely take a run at it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. No problems there. That's par here at 17. And this will stay a 2-shot lead with 1 hole to play. What a finishing hole this is. At 472 yards, the par 4 18th. Most will try to aim just right of that Hilton Head Lighthouse in the distance. And that sets up an approach with trouble left and long and a large bailout area to the right. Yes, step 1 out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it.
Maybe a little too pumped up there. That just flew past the flag, but still an outside chance for a birdie.
Oh yeah, bottom of the barrel for birdie here at 18. And that will close out a 9-under round of 62. Incredibly well done. Frank, I guess we can say, I hope our featured golfer looks good in plaid. That's what you get for winning here. That red plaid jacket. What a tremendous victory.
It is. I mean, that jacket stands out, doesn't it? Especially when the cannon goes off, the RBC Heritage. It's one of Pete Dye's sort of most famous golf courses, too, that gets plenty of love from the players. So, you just...
The spirit of Scotland's ancient links alive and well at the picturesque Bandon Dunes Golf Resort here on the central coast of Oregon. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner, and Frank, you look out at this magnificent complex here in Oregon. You could almost talk yourself into believing that you're in Scotland. What are you thinking about when you're getting ready to play a links-style course like this?
Well, what's the best shot I can take with my camera around the golf course? So, yeah, it's stunning, but links golf's fun. Let the ball go to the ground every now and again if you're in trouble or in two minds. Nothing wrong with letting that ball bounce a little short and running its way up onto the green.
Out to the action we go as we'll pick things up at the par 5 18th hole. Ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5. Well, that one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle through.